Grey's Anatomy Season 22, Episode 3, titled Between Two Lungs, promises one of the most emotionally charged medical cases of the season. The promo teases an intense lung transplant storyline that divides Grey Sloan's top doctors. Meredith Grey, Nick Marsh, and Winston Digga clash over whether to proceed with a high-risk, living donor surgery for a child in critical condition. Two fathers step forward, each willing to donate a part of their lungs to save their child. But the procedure is extremely dangerous, and there's no guarantee of success. Meredith urges caution, ensuring the parents understand every risk, while Nick pushes to move quickly before time runs out. Winston, meanwhile, warns that this rare operation could end in tragedy. Adding to the pressure, Dr. Ben Warren begins his first day as chief resident and joins the transplant team. His enthusiasm for taking part in the surgery clashes with the caution of his mentors, creating even more tension in the OR. At the same time, Dr. Miranda Bailey faces a critical trauma case of her own, forcing her to make split-second life-or-death decisions. Episode 3 continues to explore the fallout from the shocking Season 22 premiere, which saw the death of Dr. Monica Beltran in a devastating hospital explosion. The emotional aftermath still hangs heavy over Grey Sloan, with Amelia Shepherd on sabbatical following the tragedy. Fans can catch Grey's Anatomy Season 22, Episode 3 on October 23, 2025, airing on ABC and streaming on Hulu. Expect heart-pounding surgery scenes, moral dilemmas, and emotional twists as the doctors face one of their toughest challenges yet. Hey lovely viewers, welcome to our channel Grey's Anatomy Official. Grey's Anatomy Season 22, Episode 3 Meredith, Nick, and Winston clash over lung transplant watch promo and check release schedule. Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 3 promo teases high-stakes lung transplant drama at Grey Sloan Memorial. Doctors Meredith Grey, Ben Warren, Miranda Bailey, Nick Marsh, and Winston Digga face life-or-death decisions, balancing risk and urgency. Fans can catch the episode on October 23, 2025, via ABC and Hulu. The latest promo for Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 3 gives fans a glimpse of the intense medical situations waiting at Grey Sloan Memorial. One of the main storylines involves a young child in urgent need of a lung transplant. The promo shows two dads willing to donate part of their lungs to save their child. While parents are often the best match for such procedures, live lung donations carry serious risks. The transplant might not even succeed, and the clock is ticking, which adds tension to the storyline. Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 3 promo. Meredith Grey is shown to be concerned about the dangers of the surgery and wants to make sure the parents understand every possible risk. On the other hand, Dr. Nick Marsh is focused on making the transplant happen quickly, knowing that time is critical. Winston Digga is also uneasy about the idea, highlighting how rare and risky such living donor lung surgeries are in real life. The promo sets up a dramatic scenario where the doctors must weigh the urgency of the child's condition against the dangers of the operation. What to expect in Episode 3 of Grey's Anatomy Season 22. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Episode 3 promises to dive deeper into these medical challenges while also focusing on key characters at the hospital. Dr. Ben Warren starts his first day as chief resident, an exciting step in his career. The promo hints that he will participate in a complex transplant surgery, which could be connected to the child's lung transplant storyline. Ben is thrilled to take part in this type of surgery, even though Meredith and Winston highlight the dangers. His excitement and experience as a former anesthesiologist bring a mix of confidence and tension to the operating room. At the same time, Dr. Miranda Bailey has her own demanding cases to handle. She will manage a trauma patient whose treatment is uncertain, requiring her to make quick and critical decisions. While the promo does not reveal all the details of this patient's condition, it is clear that Bailey will be tested both professionally and emotionally. The episode seems set to balance high-stakes surgery with intense hospital drama, showing how the doctors at Grey Sloan Memorial cope with pressure, risk, and tough choices. When and where to watch Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 3. The episode will be available for streaming on networks and Hulu, allowing viewers to watch it live or catch up online if they missed the broadcast. Grey's Anatomy Season 22 premiere shocks fans with major character death. A devastating hospital explosion has claimed a major life at Gray Sloan Memorial. The season 22 premiere of Grey's Anatomy confirmed the death of Dr. Monica Beltran, a fan-favorite character. The episode aired on October 9th, resolving the cliffhanger from last season's finale. The incident has left the show's audience reeling. The blast was caused by an acetylene tank leak. It created chaos throughout the hospital, trapping several doctors. According to ABC, the narrative choice marks a significant shift for the long-running medical drama. This event sets a dramatic tone for the new season. Explosion aftermath leaves Link fighting for survival. Dr. Beltran was crushed by falling surgical equipment during the explosion. Despite her critical injuries, she guided an intern through a life-saving procedure. Her character ultimately succumbed before emergency crews could reach her. Her death concludes a brief but impactful storyline. Meanwhile, Dr. Atticus Link Lincoln suffered severe chest trauma. He flatlined at one point during emergency surgery. Veteran doctors Miranda Bailey and Owen Hunt led the effort to save him. His survival provides a glimmer of hope amid the tragedy. Fan and cast reactions to the tragic plot twist. The death of Dr. Beltran is particularly poignant due to her budding romance with Dr. Amelia Shepard. Fans expressed their heartbreak on social media platforms immediately following the broadcast. Many felt the show cut short a promising relationship arc. The cast also found the premiere emotionally taxing. Camilla Luddington, who plays Dr. Jo Wilson, admitted to dreading filming the intense episodes. She described the experience as requiring a deep breath to confront. This behind-the-scenes insight highlights the episode's demanding nature. The shocking premiere ensures Grey's Anatomy remains a powerhouse of dramatic television. This major character death will have lasting repercussions throughout season 22. The show continues to master the art of the unexpected twist. Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 3 Spoilers. A risk worth taking. Grey's Anatomy wants you to answer one question. How far would you go to save your own child? How much is a risk worth taking to save their life? I think a lot of parents are going to admit that risks are worth it, even if there isn't a guarantee of your child surviving. Not taking the risk will end up eating at you as a parent, and so, one of the main Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 3 storylines makes a lot of sense. Parents risking it all. The promo for the latest episode of Grey's Anatomy goes into one of the medical situations the doctors of Gray Sloan Memorial will face. Two dads are willing to donate the lower part of their lungs to save their child, who needs a lung transplant. We all know how long the transplant lists can be, and there is no guarantee of getting that transplant before time is up. On top of that, there's no guarantee of the transplant being a success. The best match is usually the parents, and many parents would go through the risks of a live transplant to be able to make it work. In fact, we've seen on Grey's Anatomy in the past that parents team up to do a donation chain, and that was a success, and it's also a very real thing to do. However, this is a huge risk, and Winston doesn't seem to support the idea. Neither does Meredith, who wants to make sure that the parents are aware of all the risks, but Nick just wants to make it happen, knowing how little time there is to make some of these decisions. Ben has his own surgery. The start of the promo shows Ben Warren excited about his first day as chief resident. IT is not a job for anyone to take lightly. As Bailey knows, however, Ben isn't just excited about his new position. He has a transplant surgery coming up, and this could be linked to the lung transplant arc, but it's hard to tell who the patient on the table is in the images. FO Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 3. It's not surprising that Ben would be excited about this type of transplant surgery, as it's barely done anymore. As Meredith implies, these types of living donor surgeries have too many risks, and Winston says that they're not done anymore, and he's visibly worried about that. Ben isn't that young as a doctor, as he was an anesthesiologist before all this, so he should know the risks, but it's hard not to be excited to be a part of a major surgery. Bailey has her own case. The synopsis for Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 3 tells us a little more about the episode. The images don't even tell us a lot about the surgery. Nevertheless, I suspect that this is going to be a heavy topic. Lucas is part of the medical team, but there's one image that makes it clear the patient doesn't seem too happy to see him there. This could be why things hang in the balance if she's not happy with particular doctors being around. What are you excited to see in the new episode? Leave us a comment to let us know. Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 3 Preview teases the doctors dealing with a high-stakes transplant case. The real reason for Amelia's shock exit in Grey's Anatomy Season 22. Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 2, We Built the City, reveals Amelia's decision to temporarily leave the hospital, and there's actually a behind-the-scenes reason why. As with most of Shonda Rhimes' projects, ABC's premier medical drama is known for many plot twists. Over the years, Grey's Anatomy has pulled off unexpected deaths, including Derek and George's. The Grey's Anatomy Season 21 finale ended with a major cliffhanger that put some people's lives at risk. Immediately, questions of who might have died in the hospital explosion made the rounds, with Link being the most at risk. In the end, while Joe's husband survives, another one didn't, Natalie. In hindsight, the situation was lose-lose for Amelia. She loves Link, although no longer romantically. Meanwhile, she had been going back and forth with her relationship with Natalie. In the end, the whole conundrum is just far too much for her, resulting in Amelia deciding to take a sabbatical in Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 2. Grey's Anatomy has reduced the guaranteed number of episodes for veteran actors. Warning! Spoilers ahead for Grey's Anatomy Season 22, Episode 2. Grey's Anatomy Season 22, Episode 2, We Built the City, reveals Amelia's decision to temporarily leave the hospital, and there's actually a behind-the-scenes reason why. As with most of Shonda Rhimes' projects, ABC's premier medical drama is known for many plot twists. Over the years, Grey's Anatomy has pulled off unexpected deaths, including Derek and George's. The Grey's Anatomy Season 21 finale ended with a major cliffhanger that put some people's lives at risk. Immediately, questions of who might have died in the hospital explosion made the rounds, with Link being the most at risk. In the end, while Joe's husband survives, another one didn't, Natalie. In hindsight, the situation was lose-lose for Amelia. She loves Link, although no longer romantically. Meanwhile, she had been going back and forth with her relationship with Natalie. In the end, the whole conundrum is just far too much for her, resulting in Amelia deciding to take a sabbatical in Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 2. Grey's Anatomy has reduced the guaranteed number of episodes for veteran actors. Meredith and Amelia with serious expressions in Grey's Anatomy Season 21 Episode 12. Impressively, Grey's Anatomy is able to come up with a solid reason for Katerina Scorsone's departure in Season 22. It makes sense that Amelia would want to take a break after everything that has happened. It would be incredibly difficult for her to just return to work after what happened to Natalie, not that she hasn't done that before after previous losses. That said, there's also an off-screen reason for Amelia's sabbatical. Since the 2024 to 2025, Grey's Anatomy has reduced the minimum number of episodes that their veteran cast members can be in to 14 out of its 18 outing year. That measure will continue to apply in the current season. However, Scorsone will apparently only appear in 10 episodes by a deadline. Instead of spreading out all 8 episodes that Scorsone will have to SKP this season, Grey's Anatomy Season 22 decides that it's best to do it in one go and come up with a solid reason to explain where Amelia went. For what it's worth, this is a better way of approaching Scorsone's special arrangement with the medical drama this year. It also offers the show a chance to. When Amelia returns in Grey's Anatomy. Losing Amelia for several weeks is disappointing, especially after her reunion with Maggie. This is despite the solid narrative reason for her exit. The good thing, however, is that she's confirmed to return, and there's also a tentative date to when that will happen. Scorsone is about to miss the next 8 episodes, but Amelia will be back when Grey's Anatomy returns during the mid-season in 2026. What's curious now is if ABC will once again pull a lengthy winter break, just like it did last year. For context, shows like Grey's Anatomy 911 and the short-lived Dr. Odyssey went on its mid-season break on November 2024, and they didn't return for new episodes until March of next year. ABC saves The Rookie and Will Trent from the such schedule by pushing them to a 2026 debut, but it hasn't said anything about the rest of its scripted series. Enjoy Screen Rant's primetime coverage? Click below to sign up for my weekly Network TV newsletter. Make sure to check Network TV in your preferences and get the inside scoop from actors and showrunners on your favorite series.